baby. I'll show you what I'm made of. Rise to the occasion. Got fears but no faith. I'll show you what I'm made of. A heart full of fire. Looking at the fire. I'll show you what I'm made of. What I'm made of. Yeah. I'll show you what I'm made of. I love to do just what I want. Do it when you say I won't. Now come and watch me move it. I promise I'ma make you lose it. Looking at me, now come get it. Like what you see, then you got good vision. Boy, this beat hits so different. Let me show you what you've been missing. If you love the party, then the party's in the place. Got the boom, got the bass. I'ma shake it in your face. Yeah, love the party and I love to make a break. Got the boom, got the bang. You could take that to the bank. Going down, dee dum dum dum, dee dum dum dum, dee dum dum dum. Watch the drum go down, dee dum dum dum, dee dum dum dum, dee dum dum dum. Watch the drum go down. I just wanna be free. Ain't no way you stopping me. Said I wanted to fly, so I went and got some wings. And I don't need you to act like you gon' hold me down, 'cause I won't believe you. No one can touch me now. Feeling like a runner, check my pulse over 100. Gonna peak, gonna summer. I'm not average, I don't summer. That's the sun up from the sundown. Shining like the sun now. Think of mirror image, but you're looking like a funnel. Looking at me, now come get it. Like what you see, then you got good vision. Boy, this beat hits so different. Let me show you what you've been missing. If you look the party, then the party's in the place. Get the boom, get the bass. I'ma shake it in your face. Yeah, I love the party and I love to make it rain. Got the boom, got the bang. You can take it to the bank. Going down, dee dum dum dum, dee dum dum dum, dee dum dum dum. Watch the drum go down, dee dum dum dum, dee dum dum dum, dee dum dum dum. Watch the drum go down. Yeah. Going down, dirty dum dum dum, 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 dirty dum dum dum. Yeah, watch the drum go bang, 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 boom, bang, 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 boom, bang, 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 boom, bang, bang. Dum dum dum. I just wanna be free. Ain't no way you stopping me. Said I wanted to fly, so I went and got some wings. And I don't need you to act like you gon' hold me down, 'cause I won't believe you. No one can touch me now. Watch the drum go down. Watch the drum go down. I'm alone, only love myself no more. Take it to the grave, I'll ghost. I know I can be so cold. In the dark, where I like to keep my heart. No more bite, no bark. Like to catch you way off guard. I'll stay so deep inside your brain and take you somewhere far away. Time to roll the dice, you know I'm the type to risk my life, not afraid to die. Type to make you cry, type to put a price all up on your head. Do just what I said. I'm a straight up villain, straight up villain. like a prize, then I throw you to the side. And am I really that bad? If I love to make you mad and get happy when you're sad, only care about a bad. In control, that's how I like it, and I'm never letting go. No, never had a soul, so you ain't taking nothing from me when you go. No, I'll stay so deep inside your brain and take you somewhere far away. Time to rub the dice, you know I'm the type to risk my life, not afraid to die. Type to make you cry, type to put a price all up on your head. Do just what I said. I'm a straight up villain, straight up villain. Get no feeling, get no feeling. Straight up villain, straight up villain. Get no feeling, get no feeling. But I'm dead, you know what's up in your head. Watch it feel you full of dread till you go. Bang, bang, you can do anything. No fear, no pain. Listen to your brain. Go stupid, go dumb, go stupid, and then we go insane, bro. Just do what I say, follow me all the way. Time to roll the dice, you know I'm the type to risk my life, not afraid to die. Type to make you cry, type to put a price all up on your head. Do just what I said. I'm a straight up villain, straight up villain. Get no feeling, get no feeling. Straight up villain, straight up villain. Get no feeling, get no feeling. But I'm dead, my voice up in your head. Watch it feel you full of dread till you go. Coming round again. You want a dose of this? Right now it's KDA. I'm a goddess with a blaze. 소리처럼 나 이름 믿지 못하게 loud, 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 loud. I could take you to the top. 절대 멈추지 못해. 내가 끝내주는 bag, yeah, yeah, yeah. And when I started to talk that, oh, you know how to react. I'm a picture perfect face with that wild in my veins. You can hear it in my glow, 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 glow. So keep your eyes on me now. 무엇을 보든 좋아할 거야. 다 할 수 없는 대본. 나와 되길 원한 널 확신해. We got it all in our hands now. So can you handle what we're all about? What's so tough? Let's get it, show you out. Can you feel the rush now? Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. They could try, but we gonna wear the crown. You could go another round, 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 round. Wish you luck, but you're not bringing us down. Go hard, till we get it, we go hard. We so in it, we pop stars. Only winning, winning now. Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. You ready for this?
Let's go.
See, 언제든지 내 모습 매직 단 한 번에 내가 잡아 절대 기죽지 않지. 펴펴 네가 뭘 알아. 견딜 수 없어 원해도 원하는 게 얼굴에 보여. I'm troubling you running it, I'm so cold. When I move that way you gon' be so blown. I'm the realest in the game, said I'm on fire with the blade. You're about to hear my name ringing in your head like whoa. So keep your eyes on me now. 무엇을 보든 좋아할 거야. I'm so tough, let's get it, show you out. Can you feel off, disappear. I'm your eraser. Aim the cut just like a razor. Murder business, world my blazer. I got all the boys on me. I got all the lines on ring. Knocking dead, turning heads. I got all the eyes on me. Pretty face, caught out to the rock. 유행 선두자. 원하지만 못하잖아. 애가 타잖아. You like whoa, 달리 you 더 gold. 난 알지, I know. 준비해, cause I like the ball. 멈추지 않아. 나는 내 그게 like a bag. 그거 말고 bye. 믿어봐, 그만큼 크게. 어깨 펴고 high. 100% 덤비지 못해. 죽여주잖아. 나는 boss. 간지위 또 sauce. 원하면 줄게.
I'm doing that, even just how I planned it. I do what I want when I say. 모든 날 따라해, 난 끝내주잖아. To live on the edge of insane. Coming at you loud, real, real wild. Here to light it up, set the world on fire. Gonna break rules and hearts and tools, cause that's what the baddest do. I never going back, nah, nah, that. Diamonds don't drip, cause I came to make a splash. Gonna break rules and hearts and tools, cause that's what the baddest do. It's crazy. Sorry for the bad news, sorry I'm so bad. Only took a minute for me to get what you had. Sorry for the bad news, know it makes you sad. Live for a minute, baby, you should pack your bags. Way that I look should be breaking the law. If I don't got it, I take what I want. My circle small like a round of applause. You know that I love the sound of applause. You know I mean everything that I say. When you see me coming, get out of the way. Back in this lane, back in this lane. Back and I'm better and ready to stay. I'm doing damage when just how I planned it. I do what I want when I say. 모든 날 따라해, 난 끝내주잖아. To live on the edge of insane. It's crazy.
Sorry, not sorry for being the best. 언제든지 내가 좀 mad. Look at the gold, all on my chest. Look at the gold, call it a flex.
KDA, should we show them how we do it every day?
Kali that girl, Kali go girl, Kali gon' stop, Kali gon' skirt, Kali got a job, Kali go to work. 뜨거워 언제나 don't get burned. 넘쳐 흘러물 than a buffet. 죽여주잖아 like a buffet. 누가 감히 on my hotbed. 문 열지 마, that's a rock day. I'm giving you more cause I'm greater than. 필요 없는 시험들 다 뿐이미. But all of my numbers are talking bang. 부루마법 메시지 monopoly. 눈종이 돈이 나 real money. 필요 없대 너네들이 만든 돈들 go get it, go get it, go get it. 더 미션 눈을 못 떼 못해 그래 너도 get it cause I got it different.
All I'll ever know is life upon the throne. 시작하면 끝을 보는 거야. You want more? No, I got it so deep though. You look like you could use some more. No, I got it, never running low. Yeah, I got more than enough, set it up and away. You know I got it like bum bum, blow your mind. Never giving less, and it's how it'll stay. You know I got it like all day, all the time. When I go, it's for gold, get it cool, but I'm cold. I don't fit in a mold. I'm a rebel. I don't do what you say, making moves. I don't wait while I smile in your face. I got different DNA. What's higher than the top? That's me. Come take a look before falling at my feet. 조용히 몸을 숙여봐. So take a look, 나를 기억해, queen. All I'll ever know is life upon the throne. 시작하면 끝을 보는 거야. You want more? No, I got it so deep though. You look like you could use some more. No, I got it, never running low. Yeah, I got more than enough, set it up and away. You know I got it like bum bum, blow your mind. Never giving less, and it's how it'll stay. You know I got it like all day, all the time. Way out，感觉犹如海浪的味道，不断往前，Oh you never way down. This is how I do it every day. Wow, wow，这一路上的奇迹都记住了你的每一个瞬间，无比的耀眼。I know you want some more.
the day. I'll show you what I'm made of. Rise to the occasion. Got fears but no face. Oh, and I'll show you what I'm made of. A heart full of fire. I can live the fire. Oh, I'll show you what I'm made of. What I'm made of. Yeah. Oh, I'll show you what I'm made of. I love to do just what I want. Do it when you say I won't. Now come and watch me move it. I promise I'ma make you lose it. Looking at me, now come get it. Like what you see, then you got good vision. Boy, this beat hits so different. Let me show you what you've been missing. If you love the party, then the party's in the place. Got the boom, got the bass. I'ma shake it in your face. Yeah, love the party and I love to make a break. Got the boom, got the bang. You can take it to the bank. Going down, dee dum dum dum, dee dum dum dum, dee dum dum dum. Watch the drum go down, dee dum dum dum, dee dum dum dum, dee dum dum dum. Watch the drum go down. I just wanna be free. Ain't no way you stopping me. Said I wanted to fly, so I went and got some wings. And I don't need you to act like you gon' hold me down. 'Cause I won't believe you. No one can touch me now. Feeling like a runner, check my pulse over 100. Gonna click that, gonna sound it. I'm not average, that I'm somewhere. That's the sun up from the sundown. Shining like a sun now. Think a mirror image, but you're looking like a fun house. Looking at me, now come get it. Like what you see, then you got good vision. Boy, this beat hits so different. Let me show you what you've been missing. If you look the party, then the party's in the place. Get the boom, get the bass. I'ma shake it in your face. Yeah, I love the party and I love to make it rain. Get the boom, get the bang. You can take it to the bank. Going down, dee dum dum dum, dee dum dum dum, dee dum dum dum. Watch the drum go down, dee dum dum dum, dee dum dum dum, dee dum dum dum. Watch the drum go down. Going, yeah. Going down, dirty dum dum dum, dirty dum dum dum, dirty dum dum dum, dirty dum dum dum, dirty dum dum dum. Yeah, watch the drum go bang, 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 boom, bang, 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 boom, bang, 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 boom, bang, bang. Get the dum dum dum. I just wanna be free. Ain't no way you stopping me. Said I wanted to fly, so I went and got some wings. And I don't need you to act like you gon' hold me down. 'Cause I won't believe you. No one can touch me now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Mettlestate League of Legends Challenger Pro Division. I'm joined this evening with Jungling Mario. How are you doing this evening, Mario?
I'm all good, dude. I'm all good. How are you doing?
I am fantastic, and I'm fantastic because, damn, we've got a good game tonight. I don't know about what you think, but 5 Lonely Men taking on Plague Dawn. Those are two cool
Yeah.
names.
Cool, two cool, pretty names. We got the ex-Masters currently Duck ZA playing. Had to make sure I mentioned that.
Masters. Isn't the bot lane of Plague Dawn also Master tier? Or have they...
I think they're the ex-Masters now, no?
I've got the
Duck returned to glory.
Duck is 1 LP Masters. Yo, what a
Yes,
chat.
he played last night his promo games and he managed to promote. So congrats to him.
Jeepers. Okay, so Master versus Master. Who do you think is going to be the better Master in this game, though? I think we got 1 LP versus 372 LP.
If you're asking me, Loki, who I think is gonna win, I'd say Plague Dawn's the better team around the table or around the team itself, but they've got a lot of factors that like go against them quite often. So Their top lane is not necessarily the strongest player. Red Raven likes to sprint down game sometimes. But then you look at Five Lonely Men and you've got Jacking Pete doing the exact same thing. So I don't know.
Okay, so then let's talk exactly about that matchup. So in the top lane we have Jakes, the top laner for Plague Dawn, taking on Shotcaller Psycho, the top laner for Five Lonely Men. Now I know you've played a lot of top lane. You are a top lane main yourself. Off the bat, hearing those two people go up against each other, what's your initial thoughts?
I haven't played against Psycho, I've played against Jakes. Jakes plays a very weak style of top lane, but that doesn't mean he's a bad player. It's just like the play style, right? You play weak side. So he
Fair
plays
enough, fair
around the
enough.
fact that
Almost
he's going to be
blaming
no. He plays around the fact that he's going to be he just needs to be the utility, so whatever it's needed, if it's a Karma, if it's an Ornn, he just needs to play those for the late game team fights for his team. But yeah, like I said, I haven't played against Psycho, so I don't know the style he normally plays with, but I mean,
Well, I
I've seen
think
him playing a lot of Wukong games.
We've seen Psycho play a bit. I think, yes, as you mentioned, the Wukong and the Shen being probably one of his two most played champions in the top lane.
Yeah, I mean, Shen doesn't have to play weak side. Shen's surprisingly decent at playing strong side. Even if without ganks, he can still take really strong trades and punish a lot of these just like uber tanks. Wukong, similar theory, but I think he's still better in the jungle IMO.
I think, yeah, definitely he's got a lot more versatility, able to roam and gank. Like, he can be a lot more impactful than being thrown into the top lane.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, then jungle matchup. Duck, Master Tier, 1 LP versus Centicle, who was Masters... do I have the season, yeah?
Back when I was a baby.
Back when it was impossible to get Masters. Okay, Centicle. Let's see if I can actually... if it's on his profile. Because right now it just says gold. Oh, he was Masters Season 5. So 7 years ago.
Yeah.
It counts.
It does. No, it counts. Fair enough. Like, I mean, back then it was almost unheard of for players to get Masters, right? I think Nicky was telling me once that he was the first player in South Africa to reach Masters. So, I mean, yeah. But, I mean, I've seen the way Senti plays, and I've played with Senti. He's not playing to prove anything. You know, he's playing for a good time. He's got a good understanding of what he needs to do. He's got fantastic understanding of the game and how to play the game. But it's not like, I feel like if Senti was playing comp to like be the best player, then it would be a different story. But but I still think it's a pretty weird matchup for Duck in the jungle, because Senti's got that very interesting playstyle, like we mentioned. You know, he'll throw away camps to put pressure on a lane. He'll run down mid tower to try and get a kill, or to get the kill, you know. So it's a very interesting playstyle to go against for sure.
Okay, but on that note, we have started off the picks and bans. Diana being the first one taken away. Alright, so we'll see the bans come through, but I just want to chat about the mid lane matchup a little bit quickly, and then we'll maybe go back to that. Lucky versus Orphic?
I think Lucky's for sure the better player, no? Just based off ranks. Whether it translates in comp, yeah, I would say Lucky just in an isolated world is probably the better player.
Alright. So we see the bans. The first ban phase is going to be completed very shortly, and there we have it. Victor, Zerath, and Diana taken away. So 3 bans thrown directly at Lucky. And then the Karma, Maokai, and Senna taken away. So 2 bans thrown. I think the Karma is quite a flex pick, because I'm sure I've seen Jake's play it a few times, as well as
for sure,
Orphic and Yogi. So they've got lots of place to throw that champion around. Okay.
Oh,
I think that was a misclick.
I'll take you 5 bloody men anyway.
I was like, Yumi? Yumi?
Of course it's your team, dude. That's all I'm gonna say.
You know what? It is what it is. They messed up, yeah, but we are gonna head back into... Looks like everyone is back. So we'll be getting back very shortly. I don't know what the Yumi pick was, but they'll sort that out very shortly. Okay, we've got a bit of time there to chat. Okay, so mid lane goes to Lucky, then the bot lane. Red Raven, and Yogi, the ex-master tier bot lane, into Peter, Jack and Pete, and Solo Queue Sprinter. Thoughts?
Okay, so I think if you're just basing it off like ranked, then it obviously goes to Red Raven and Yogi. But then even if you go into like who's played together more, who I personally think are the better players who can, like, it doesn't matter how the early game goes, they'll still have an impact. It is Red Raven and Yogi still. I like Tilt as a player because of the style he plays. You know, he's very active on the map, where it doesn't feel the same with Yogi, and he's more there to facilitate
the 2v2 matchup
most of the game. Yeah, and I mean, it just feels like in terms of like Tilt's playstyle, that's something he's got an advantage to. But I mean, overall, if you're just looking on paper, I think like, unless Lucky becomes like a Giga God in this game, he's going to struggle to hold it together, because and the same goes on the other foot, right? So if Red Raven starts sprinting it, then you know you're in for a really rough time. And I mean, we see Senti on the Nunu, so like that's a champion that will allow for players to sprint it.
I mean,
like it's definitely a gank heavy jungler. You see Duck's got the volley.
Just to give a bit of insight here, the game was previously drafted on Pro Draft, so this is not the actual pick order. This is just everyone picking for themselves so they can get into game as soon as possible. That's why the bans also changed on playing side.
Yeah.
But as you were mentioning earlier with Solo Queue Sprinter, he likes to roam. I mean, he's picking up champions that he can roam on. So picking up the Bard, going to look for some mid lane or top lane roams, going to get the meeps. So it definitely fits his play style, and we've seen him do it a lot for the team.
Yeah, I mean, you've also got like Jinx right into the Sivir matchup, which I think Sivir Sono, that is Sono, will just 100% have the push most of the time. So that's pretty good for Nunu. You've got the Bard who allows for like interesting gank angles and also setting up really well for those ganks. And then yeah, the Wukong top lane for sure.
All right, yeah, go for it.
Definitely, if you're looking at these drafts, the more standard draft is Plagues.
Absolutely.
But if I'm looking at like what can throw the game out of whack, it's definitely 5 Lonely Men. And I mean, if they go for this very skirmish heavy style, I think teams that are very set in their ways will struggle against it for sure.
Well, I mean, Nunu, he wants to run into you, and we've seen Senti play quite a bit of Nunu, and that spell shield from Sivir can block a 1 ability. So you've got the Bard Q, you've got the Nunu Snowball, you've got the Nunu E that roots. Is a root, if I'm not mistaken?
The Nunu E, yeah, it's a root.
It's a root when it gets to stacks. Like, they've got a lot of CC. But then from the side of Plague, look, Ornn, as we spoke about earlier, Jake's playing the weak side, but playing a very strong weak side, to say at the very least. Because I mean, Ornn,
yeah,
he's a good rounding champion. He does have a bit of damage early on, so we should see the Wukong and the Ornn battling it out a little bit to see what they can get.
I mean, my favorite matchup is if they pick Ornn, I just immediately pick the Camille, because it's just like one of the freest matchups you'll ever get. As long as you don't play it like a complete enter, you should never lose that matchup. You should be able to just chunk it 100-0 after you get Divine, and then before Divine, if you dodge his brittle procs and you go on him with your E afterwards, you'll always win the short treads.
And I mean, Camille does have that nice ability to go in, get the stun, get a bit of damage off, and then
she's got the Cho'Gath ult on her Q. It's pretty good.
The Cho'Gath ult on her Q. I love that. Alright, so if we just have a look at the draft, in the top lane we have Ornn going up against the Wukong. In the jungle we have a Volibear into the Nunu. In the mid lane we have Swain into the Brand, and in the bot lane we have Sivir and Sona into the Jinx and Bard. Now I want to talk about this bot lane matchup a bit, because we touched on it briefly, but Sivir, Sona, Jinx, Bard, you said there's a lot of push from Sivir and Sona, which is expected. How would you expect this lane to be played out from both sides?
I mean, I think Tilt's gonna get on his horse and get the hell out of bot ASAP either way. So the thing is, he's going to play to roam, so trying to get the push into them is going to be incredibly difficult. But if Nunu's ever in the area and they set up the gank, it'll work out really well. The problem, look, Sivir Sona doesn't really have the best dive potential unless Duck is there. So Pete can just sit back and farm pretty safely, which gives Bard the ability to roam around the map and impact more so than what Sona can. Like Sona's rotations aren't the best, right? Compared to Bard, no one's is, but like you could consider something like Janna, Alistair. They could maybe try and match the Bard, but Sona really wants to be chilling around with Red Raven.
Yeah,
she wants to be getting those platings.
I think that's definitely something that we will be seeing. Sivir and Sona shoving in and then Duck making his way for potential dive, especially if Bard is roaming at that time. Jinx, not the most mobile AD carry, so she's got her traps, she has flash every 5 minutes, but once you get that summoner, it should just be a rinse and repeat, shove dive. And there shouldn't be much that Jinx can do in that situation unless she has the help from the rest of the team.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, the one thing that needs to be mentioned here is that you do have the brand, which gives you quite a decent team fight aspect as well. Like if Bard ever gets a really good angle on the fight, they've got the Wukong, they've got the brand, they've got the Nunu, they've got a lot of abilities to just turn a team fight completely on its head.
No, absolutely. I think Brand is definitely going to be a player to watch. I mean, obviously he's well known, so I'm very interested to see how he matches up in this game.
No, for sure. Oh god, we have Star Guardian already going to be talking in this game. Help me.
Well,
I literally play with announcer off now, by the way. I don't want to play with announcer off. It's one of the most annoying things if you're playing like League of Legends and you're hearing Ari telling you get good noob or something. I don't know. I don't even know what she says because I don't have a lot.
Alright, so we're just going to have a quick look at the runes being run here. Because they're not in order, it just ruins it. So Grasp on Ornn, Phase Rush on Nunu.
Yeah, standard runes there.
Then the Volley taking Press the Attack, Dark Harvest on Brand for the mid lane. Yeah. 5 lonely men ruining the order. This could have been so nice. Okay, then Swain with the Conqueror, Jinx with the Lethal Tempo, Sivir with the Lethal Tempo as well, and Bard with the Guardian. And then last but not least, Wukong Grasp in the top lane, and Aerie on the Sona. So that's going to be quite a nice matchup there. Alright, but it looks like we should be loading into game very shortly. We'll be able to get a bit more going on there. What is your prediction, Mario? Who do you think is going to take game number 1 here, just looking after the drafts? I've asked Twitch chat as well, so it's going to be quite interesting.
You know what? Let's say this. I think there's a very good chance for 5 Lonely Men to take this game. It just depends on how warmed up and how in sync Plague is at the moment. Because you get 2 types of Plague. We've seen them throw games away, and we've seen them like just close out games very cleanly. But I feel like this is a very good opportunity for 5 Lonely Men. And I think they can easily take a game, or take this game in particular, from Plague Dawn. So I'll go 5 Lonely Men.
Alright, well I...
Now you have to go Plague Dawn, or Plague Dust, whatever it is.
Plague. I do like the draw from Plague. It's very textbook, it's straightforward, easy to execute. I also agree with you that if 5 Lonely Men is able to get some spice with their comp, it's definitely going to throw a bit of spanner in the works. But when you look at what's easier to execute here, it's got to be Plague, but my heart's with Pete, so 5 Lonely Men.
Okay, I'll go. I'll reiterate that there's a chance for 5 loading men, but I'll go with plague then. There we go.
All right, so we have loaded onto the Rift. A very standard start. We're going to see junglers, Nunu starting red side and Volley starting red side as well. So I think that's what reverse. What's that jungle pathing called, Mario?
Reverse pathing.
Reverse pathing. Okay, so
I don't know if it's actually called reverse. You just got reverse in my head. It's just I don't know. It's mirror pathing, I guess, is what the best way I can describe it. He's literally going to mirror what you're doing, or should do at least.
fair enough. Okay, I don't know if yours froze, but I had a bit of a freeze there. But I'm
Yeah,
still...
micro freeze because of DC.
Alright, fair enough. Okay, so we are at the live.
Yeah, yes, I'm also at live.
Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, so then with this jungle pathing, we might see Volley going mid to top earlier, and actually Volley,
Yep.
he's looking mid.
That's one of the.
All right, so he stepped up. Volley already mid, going for the level 2. Are we freezing again?
I don't know. I'm at 217, 218.
I'm completely frozen.
Oh.
So
Well, I'm good.
okay, we'll get the gank off, but it looks like the flash is going to come out in the mid lane, and you at 218, you say?
I'm 240 now. I can pause and wait for you somewhere.
Ooh, we are way behind you. I'm literally stuck at 220.
Okay, I'll pause at 3 minutes. So you just cast what you see.
Okay,
in 3
cool.
minutes.
So as expected, Silver and Sona getting the shove in, able to just secure that. Usually we should be able to sync up quite easy, so it is quite random.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening your side. Because I was just at the live. So I think the DCs must have really messed up your system. Just let me know when you
what it is. Okay, so I'm able to fast forward again. So I'm at 306, 307, 308. You're a bit behind now.
Yeah, I'm at like 312, 13.
I'm at 17, 18, 19,
Okay, we're
20.
fine.
Cool. Fantastic. Let's hope there's no more pauses and we can just continue with the league action. Alright, so any action that we have had currently is the mid lane skirmish. I should expect to see a repeat gank there because nothing was blown from the side of Plague. And as soon as Brand does push up, there is the risk. Bot lane, though, is rotating to the mid lane. So they are looking to get the Swain behind and get the... Oh, this should be first blood, actually. Okay, so Nunu is there to match. Oh, the ball going to land, but the claw does come in from the Swain. But, I mean, you're in for 4 members mid already.
Yeah, so that's a problem that is going to happen quite a lot for Lucky, I think. When you get your flash blown early and you've got a bot lane against you that just turbo pushes, it's a bit of a problem.
Alright, so Sivir, though, going to be dropping the flash and the ghost. Looks like it's going to be a chase. Spell shield going to be enough. Boomerang comes out, but Nunu is here onto the Sivir. Rockets going out onto the Sivir, though. Jack and Pete able to get that kill onto Sivir. Volley fighting this Nunu, but Nunu flashes away with like 1 HP. Sivir with a bit of auto absorb, but Swain is here, going to have the claw very soon. Going to be able to actually hook the Jinx back in, and a few more autos should be enough. The ghost has been popped. The Bard portal is there to save them, and Brand here for the consolation. Gonna just get a combo down onto Orphic. Alright, so nice rotation from the side of 5 Lonely Men, able to just get something back there.
That was one of the funniest like interactions I've seen, or like a series of events I've seen in a little while. Yeah, it's pretty beneficial for 5 Lonely Men. I mean, they blew all of the sums on both mid and bot now, on both sides. So hopefully we see Senti playing around those areas. Would be my opinion.
Well, we spoke about it a bit earlier. Jinx doesn't have flash now, so we should see Volibear playing around the mid to top side. Sorry, mid to bot side, my apologies.
Yeah.
Because as soon as he sees Bard out of that lane, that should be go time for them.
Yeah, for sure. But at this point, like when the wave's stuck like this, Bard cannot roam. Like it's just Giga in for Bard to roam because not only is he losing out on a lot of XP, but
As
never
as he
mind.
starts to roam.
As Bard starts to head off, never mind. Apparently my knowledge of supports is very low.
He's just wrapping around. He's just wrapping around. Okay, so he did not bank on that, but he has the portal. He's gonna be able to get away. Okay.
I mean,
so
that
it
was
wasn't
actually
the rope.
really good from him. No, that was really good from him just because of the fact that also he got the vision of Volibear being there, right? So that was a good little rotation from him.
He didn't overcommit, which was also very nice. And that portal is probably going to be the most annoying thing, especially when he's coming in like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so Drake, first major objective on the map. Looks like this is something that Plague is looking for. But I mean, it's 4-4 now, so I don't know if it doesn't look like 5 lonely men will contest it.
I mean, I don't think you have to. I think if you're giving up the Drake, you should try and maybe contest the Rift Herald on top. But again, it's just that matter of the push in bot lane that's always going to be in favor of Plague. That's going to be a problem for these Drakes.
And I mean, like Sivir, it's basically your late game insurance policy, ADC. You just farm up.
Yeah.
You just get those ricochets, those boomerangs, and you just get farm. And then late game, your boomerangs start chunking people, and your
Yeah, okay.
No. That's basically it. Yeah.
I was gonna say, did you see they've now put it that her ricochet, when it hits and the target or the minions below 15 HP, it executes?
I didn't know about the execute part. I did look at quite a few of the changes from Sivir.
No, it's this patch. They just did it today.
Oh, okay. Sure. So that just makes it like I thought her buff was enough. She's already god tier. Why do they have to buff her even more?
I think they adjusted her, so I don't know what else they changed. That was just the one thing that popped into my mind.
Because I know the spell shield now gives health instead of mana, and
This is that combo from Morn.
ooh, that's gonna be a nice double stun. Okay, volley is here though, and the portal comes straight away. Oh, it's actually going to be the tower dive, but look at those hot chocolate mugs. Flash is going to come out ticking, and it's going to be a kill onto Jacking Pete. Nunu, though, going to hit a wall, but he is going to look for the Sona. Do you see Brand over the wall, though? It doesn't connect. It's not...
I mean, surely they both die here, right?
They should not live. I mean, Duck doesn't have Flash or mana, but it looks like they're going to go for the Sona. Kill given over to Lucky, and Duck should be able to get away there quite easily. I mean, there's clear pathing. Nunu is chasing though. He's got the snowball. It is rolling. Maybe.
I mean, it's not the worst. It's not like if he hadn't hit the wall there, they could have probably got both. But it was just a bit of unfortunate. I mean, I don't play Nunu, so I don't know how bad the pathing is. But I've seen people pull like Nunu OTPs, like pull some crazy stuff off the walls.
I mean, it's definitely easier to control than Sion ult.
Yeah, for sure.
But okay, so on ult use Call of the Forge Guard. Knockup going to land onto the Brand, and now Volley going to catch him out here. He does have Flash, but he's going to flash into the Volley, and that's going to be Duck going on a killing spree now. Ultimate drop by the Swain onto the Nunu. Nunu going to be walking away. Flash going to come in from Swain. Going to get a bit of health back on Senti, but Orphic going to be able to take down the Nunu there as well.
Well, this is some really good pathing and use of his lead from... Oh, okay.
Ooh, so we're going to get the return onto, and it's actually going to be a kill onto the Sona. Now, Volibear fighting the Wukong, but he does have 2 members here. Ornn is over the wall. Bard is around, and it should be them just backing off there.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, Duck got what he came for, and losing Sona is the least of their concerns. Silver picks up 2 free plates. Like, it's really good for Plague here. And I mean, Duck's just building up quite a good lead. You don't really see it in terms of like the CS count, but if you consider if you consider the red buff was taken away, and he's still got his entire jungle to clear, Duck is actually ahead a bit in camps.
Well, I mean, there's
not so much in tempo.
I mean, you've also got to look at the 3 kills sitting on Ducks. Gives them 1,000 gold over. Herald has been started off by 5 lonely men, but we've got a TP coming in from Ornya and quite a few members to contest, so we should have all 4 of them. Bard ult going to land onto the Swain, but it looks like we are going to have the fight breaking out. Nunu taken quite low to the volley, going to try and get the Herald down. Smite comes in, but Herald is going to go over to the side of
5 lonely men.
5 lonely men, but doesn't look like they're going to be able to pick that up. Now Brand fighting the Ornn, but I mean, that's...
Okay. Okay.
Bard.
Solo queue sprinter, is this your time?
He believes. They're watching.
You get it.
Alright, so that objective doesn't pay off to anyone, but it definitely pays off to the side of Plague Dawn, able to just get that extra gold onto the carries. I mean, that's 5 kills onto Duck now.
Yeah, he's really strong at the moment. Also, another problem that's forming for 5 lonely men is the fact that because Sivir is going unanswered in bot lane, she no longer even needs Sona to be there, so Sona is just continuously matching this push from Bard or this rotation.
Ooh, okay, but Wukong onto the Ornn now, going to get the knock up. Ornn doesn't have any summoners, and that's the Q gonna be the rest of that now. Swain without flash is going to run into a Nunu, but is going to pop up the ult. Does have Duck there as the extra line of defense. Starting going to come down onto Nunu, and it looks like Nunu's the one that's going to be at risk now. Ultimate comes out from Duck, and Duck is dominating, able to pick up this Nunu.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's a gold diff at this point. Doesn't matter if they're both rotating there. If Volibear is up like 2,000 gold.
And there's not too much that can be done there.
Yeah.
You just kind of
so you
gotta cut your losses.
Fight away from him. Yeah, you gotta cut losses, and you've got to fight away from the Volibear, which is very difficult to do considering it's the jungler.
Okay, so Volley we know is quite an aggressive early game and mid game jungler, but while I'm saying this, a Brand is going to be the next target. Duck going godlike, 7th kill of the game. Jinx though autoing away. They're looking to contest this. They want this Drake. Ooh, it actually gets stolen by Senti. Jinx going to get excited. Bard ult comes up, stuns up the Sona. It's going to be a few more autos before she goes down. Jinx hammering away. Going to get the Nunu getting the kill onto Sona now. Volley the next target from Jinx. The auto is going to come away. It's going to be a moment. It's going to be a shutdown going over to Jinx. Swain though walking up, able to take down the Jinx straight away. But
yeah,
that steal coming in.
Huge.
Wow, and I mean the shutdown going to Jinx there on that.
Yeah, like that's exactly what you want.
That's everything that 5 lonely men needed out of that fight. They got the damage buff from the Infernal Drake. They got the shutdown onto the Jinx.
I mean, she got Kraken Slayer off it, right? So it's not the best, like in terms of
she's
what
not
she
there
could
yet.
have got from it. Yeah, but it's definitely a good step in the right direction.
All right, but the right direction is not where Ornn finds himself right now, because he's stuck between 3 members of 5 lonely men, and Wukong going to be able to take down that kill. All right, so before they rudely interrupted me by fighting by Drake, I wanted to actually ask. Volley, we know he's very strong early to mid. How is his late game?
I mean, you just become... It's the same thing as like earlier, right? You just become a bot that's a CC bot that can tower dive very easily.
But the threat isn't really there, but now the threat is there for Jinx, who should get taken down very shortly by this Volley. One more auto is ticking, and the electric... the autos, the thunder that follows through is going to take him down. Brand, though, going to find himself between this Swain, going to not land the abilities that need to land. Swain flashing ahead, going to go on a killing spree, able to pick up the kill there. Now we have Volibear in the jungle of 5 lonely men, taking down the Bard. Nunu, the next target, charges up the ultimate, but a double kill going over to Swain, and Plague Dawn looking so strong at the moment.
Yeah, so, I mean... At this point, I don't think there's going to be a late enough game for Volibear to fall off in. He's already got enough gold to get 2 items ahead.
I mean,
does he have enough gold? No,
he's sitting like almost like he's got 2.5 or 2,000 gold ahead now. Sona though going to be Wukong's target, and going to be able to get that down. While this happens, though, Sivir picking up Jinx in the bot lane with the help of many members of Plague Dawn.
Yeah. So I mean, what was I trying to say? So Volibear just becomes more of a like utility CC bot towards the end of the game by either going Turbo Chem Tank or the Frostfire, Sunfire item, whatever it's called, the blue one. so you do eventually fall off, and like Volibear's not at the same position that what he was, right? Where he could just easily like 1v9 a game. He got nerfed. The nerfs are not enough to take him out of the jungle pool completely, but definitely enough to take him out of like god tier.
All
You
right.
wouldn't say that looking at this game though.
Well, no, definitely not. But then we also do have Duck
Yeah.
on this champion. So very comfortable champion for Duck to be playing. I'm actually surprised we didn't see the Rek'Sai because I know that's his favorite champion. And I mean, seeing it last week, he dumpstered whoever faced that champion. I think it was GFX, but that was a sight to behold. But now he has free reign. He can walk wherever he wants because unless you're sending 3 to 4 members of 5 lonely men to deal with him, he's got free reign over this map. But I mean, as soon as he has his team supporting him, he's still Alright, so now he does find the Bard. They're going to get stunned up, taken to half health. 5 lonely men looking here. Ultimate does come out of Volibear defensively. Nunu ult charges up, but Sona landing a crescendo onto 2 members of 5 lonely men. Silver, though, has walked up, is going to pop the ultimate, but what we have is Wukong on the backline, able to take down the Sona. Do have Swain, though, that's made his way to the backline, and double kill going to be picked up by the Volibear. Silver taking down the Nunu, and it's now just 1 member left. This monkey going to get taken down, and the ace coming in from Plague Dawn. Swain picking up that last kill. Man, they can't team fight now.
No, this game, I mean, so if this was me playing solo queue, I would be spamming the FF vote, but you know, like, this isn't solo queue, this is competitive. You want to try your best to win, but honestly, I don't see the win con at this point. Like, unless you play Giga Defensive, give everything up, you are just playing to get items to get even. Well, because Silver's about is about half an item ahead. Volibear is so much further ahead, and never mind, Volibear's just gonna run you down.
Ooh, Jinx doesn't have flash, and that shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah, it's pretty illegal gameplay, but it's just items so far ahead.
I mean, yeah, they're basically Plague Dawn is just slapping 5 lonely men with the wallets. Jake's though going to take down Ascenti. Wukong does swing around, but there isn't the follow-up damage. There's too much threat for the side of 5 lonely men to step up, and Plague Dawn just playing their draft the way it needs to be played. Wukong though going to go on to the Sona, but this is not a fight you can take. Crescendo does come out of Sona. Wukong going to be stunned up. A few more autos should take it, but Wukong able to get away with a slither of his HP. Swain W not going to be enough to finish it off. But now, 5 lonely men, they forced off, and this is going to be Drake going over to the side of Plague Dawn.
That should be a free Drake. So, I mean, looking at this game, you can see the way that Plague likes to play their game, right? They like to have the late game insurance on the ADC. They like to have the utility top laner. They like to have the mid laner that can play very well off of the Volibear, or off of Duck, who's a very aggressive jungler, and they just have Yogi play whatever is needed or required for the comp to finish it off, right? So if they put a Karma in the top lane, they would have something in the bot lane like a Maokai or something. So I definitely think that they've got a very difficult style to go into, but once you figure out the way to play into that style, it's not too difficult to continue winning or to beat them. If you consider something like ATK that has their own very good style that they have not changed for a very long time, that they still manage to take games off of each other, both teams.
All right, so just looking at the gold now, 37 to 29. That's 8,000 gold in the pockets of Plague Dawn, and they're not slowing down. They're getting a lot of fights.
Yeah.
No. They're getting a lot of fights, and it's all going in their favor. And I don't think 5 lonely men should be taking the fights that they're taking right now.
No, for sure. I mean, all the gold's currently sitting between jungler to ADC. So Silver got so many free plates, so that's the reason she's so far ahead of Jinx at the moment. But if you look at the mid lane currently, it's a 3k lead. The jungler's a 3k lead. So that's currently where all the gold is sitting. Wukong's trying his best to hold the team in this game, but it's not looking very feasible at this point.
Yeah, I mean, Wukong, he did get taken down in earlier. They got that shutdown over. Now it looks like the bot lane is just a bit of a siege going on. But at this point, 5 lonely men just need a turtle. They need to play a bit slower. Their draft does come online later, specifically with the Brand and the Jinx. But
Yeah,
we
for
can't
sure.
we can't ignore the Swain that's sitting on 6 kills now as well. I mean, you spoke about the Fed volley, but Swain's hitting like a truck.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they've just been playing off of each other really well, especially in these like last two or three fights. The Swain and Volley have been playing off each other very well. You know, Volley CCs them, and Swain hits them with the W, followed up by his own CC.
Alright, so
Rest in peace,
Psycho
Volley.
going to use the ultimate defensively to get away from Duck. Going to dash over the wall. Crescendo comes in from Sona, so he knows there's members away from him, but gonna be a moment before he gets taken down. Does get knocked up by the Orn. And it's going to be handed over to Orphic. And with that, that should be Baron, started by the side of Plague Dawn. I don't really think the side of Five Lonely Men can contest this.
No.
Ultimate coming to come out of Volley onto the mid lane to support a Five Lonely Men. Portal going to be used by the Volley. And looks like Brand is going to be the next target. Flashes over the wall. Swain ult does expire. But they stopped the Baron. And Orn's going to TP bot onto the Jinx. But looks like Baron's going to be started again. So TP is available from the Wukong. Not too sure. They don't have Jinx there with him. Jinx was in the bot lane pushing. So not too much. They don't have their AD carry on. I mean, Jinx has the damage. Flash though over the wall from Duck directly onto the Brand. Going to take him down. And it looks like Swain's just going to hold the Baron's health and Plague Dawn with that pick on the mid lane.
I mean, Senti has Flash. He has Smite.
Flash Q Smite. Do we see it? They don't have vision. Oh, okay. Bard ult does come out. Does give Senti some time to step up. Stun going to land onto the... Ooh, it's going to get so close. But the Baron actually going to get stolen by Senti. This man.
You can kill him 7 times, but he will get that Baron.
I mean
listen, this was such a...
What? Senti? Yeah, this man, he doesn't give up. I mean, we spoke. That shouldn't happen.
I mean, it was really well played by Tilt as well to make sure that he got the vision of the Baron, that he got they both hit the plant. Tilt managed to slow it down enough that Senti could just jump over the wall. Senti knowing that he's got about a 2k smite. So this is where the problem came in for Plague. However, is the Ornn TP bot to stop a tier 1 turret from falling, which I don't understand.
That was that gave so much control to the side of Five Lonely Men. They didn't have that threat of Ornn. I mean, the rest of Plague Dawn is still incredibly scary at this point in time.
For sure. But I mean, it's why are we risking, or why are we giving away the Baron when we can just do it securely? Give up the 1 tower. It's fine. It's not a major issue. And also, Five Lonely Men, they kept getting jumped on by the Volley, by the Swain. They flashed over the wall to try and kill them to keep them out of the pit. I mean, maybe Plague's just having a bit of fun, but yeah, into my opinion.
Okay, so now we look at this. Five Lonely Men, they've got this olive branch, they've got this Baron. It's nowhere near what they need, but it's something. It's a start.
For sure.
They are in the top lane now. They actually should be able to catch up this Ornn. Ornn does have flash, so he actually should be able to get away here. Going to see the ultimate come out of Wukong, but he's going to be able to flash over the wall. But now we've got 4 members of Five Lonely Men that have rotated bot lane. They should be looking to get this tower. Pete, Volley's looking, but that's going to be tower going over to the side of Five Lonely Men. Okay, so as I was saying, they've got this olive branch of some sort. Okay, gonna actually be able to get away there. Okay, so Crescendo comes out in the top lane by the Sona. I think I am a bit behind you, but now Call of the Forge God comes in, going to go onto the Wukong, but nice flash and Bard ultimate, going to be able to get the members of Plague Dawn away. Sivir though onto the Jinx, going to get a bit of damage there, but Brand has made his way up as well. Bard though will be victim very soon to the side of Plague Dawn. Does pop the locket, buys a bit of time, but he's going to go down. And Swain is legendary there.
Yeah. So, quickly, ask a question before we have another fight somehow.
Okay, we need to sync our times.
Well, 25:08, 09,
25:08, okay. I'm 25:03.
Okay, I'll pause at 25:20 and just tell me when you're there.
Okay. the spectator is just amazing at this point in time. Okay, so 7,000 gold in favor of Plague Dawn. 19, 20, 21.
Perfect.
Cool. Okay, 7,000 gold sitting in Plague Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
It's not anywhere near the point where gold becomes irrelevant. We still have 30,000 gold to get through for Plague, for 5 lonely men. They need about 70k gold is usually when we start seeing full builds on most of the laners.
Yeah, for sure.
But
think about it, it's about 10k each.
Yeah,
each
man, they need a turtle as much as they can, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so the bad news is that Plague is incredibly scary.
Okay, they're pulling a
They
trigger
can just
here,
force
but it
it
looks
to
like
volley.
Volibear is going to get taken down to half health. He's going to get that shield, he's going to get that heal. The TP, though, has come in from Ornn, and Swain, though, the next target, going to pull in the bar. Jinx, though, the target doesn't have flash, used it earlier, and now you're running into 4 members of Plague Dawn. Double kill going over to Sivir, and now they have pulled this trigger. Ultimate coming out of Volley. Senti going to get locked up. Psycho, the last one alive, but a triple kill going over to the Sivir, and a double kill going over to the Swain, and that's the ace coming in for Plague Dawn. And just when you thought you were getting rid of that gold deficit, they just chuck up the extra 2k onto it. And Plague Dawn, can they can't endure, but they should be able to possibly get inhibitor here.
I mean, the safest option is not to end here. Like, you can. It depends on the alts that were used. I mean, as we can see,
they've blown
Jinx
all
ult
alts.
is up. Yeah, so they should just get in him. Like, the safest option is just get in him and get out, take the jungle that you can. But yeah, that's what I was gonna say, is that Plague Dawn has got a very scary team that it can just jump on your face. Oh, Sona stole the red buff. Never forgive, never forget.
Scumbag Sona going to be taking that away from Red Raven, but Red Raven sitting on 6 kills. Wouldn't really say he needs it. Okay, let's just get some objective timers up here so we can see when the potential soul point for the side of Plague Dawn is spawning. It's 1 minute and 20 seconds away.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Sandy has no jungle to farm even.
They do have mid pushing, so that should be waves that Jinx can pick up.
Yeah, at this point, who do you give it to, though?
But
Your entire team's behind.
We spoke about Soul Point, but I neglected to mention that Baron is up in 15 seconds. That is the objective that they are looking for. Sivir, though, onto the Wukong onto the Sivir. Wukong, though, he almost had it, but he's going to get taken down, and your top laner going down as Baron is spawning is not what you want. What could have been a wonderful pick was met by a few members. Crescendo comes in from the Sona, Bard stunned up, going to take the portal, Call of the Forge God onto him, but he's going to ulti himself, going to buy some time, going to distract them, and he will get taken down very shortly. Orphic going legendary, Senti going to get chased away by Sivir.
See them zooming, dude. Holy shit, they zoomed until he had no help. He was all on his own. He just got 4 men down. No, so I mean,
You hate to see it.
at this point, it's a little bit of a done situation. But I mean, like you could see that was a really good pick by Psycho. Like, it was a good option. But the problem is that it's just such a giga difference between the items on the champions that it doesn't matter if he gets that pick.
Okay, so while this Drake
die.
is starting, we're going to see Baron started off by the side of 5 lonely men. Question mark pings do happen there. Wukong did TP in the mid lane, but now it looks like going to get the ultimate out of the... Oh, man. Volley just on the back line. Sona, though, going to get taken low by the Wukong, but it's not enough. Brand able to take down the Sona eventually. But you look again, and it's the Nunu and the Bard left alive. The 2 people that don't have the damage sources. Double kill comes in for the Swain, and I think Constellation Golems for Nunu.
Yeah.
Ah, that feels bad, man.
Gotta get that last bit of gold.
Man, that Volibear, he knew they were in Death Rush. He knew.
Yeah, for sure.
He just dove there. Call of the Forge God comes in, going to knock up the Nunu, and that's going to be the ace coming in for the side of Plague Dawn as they do convincingly and aggressively pick up this game 1.
Yeah, I mean, like, that was a very few games come to mind that have been more convincing than that I've seen recently.
Man, Mario, that was rough.
Yeah, that was a bit of a situation, one could say.
That was rough, but well played to the side of Plague Dawn. They did exceptionally well into that game. And yeah, they definitely put on quite a show for us.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a jungler that has a 30 KDA, mid laner that has a 33 KDA, and a ADC that has a 22 KDA, it's a little bit difficult to try and, play out the game.
All right, but ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back very soon with game number 2. Will Plague Dawn finish the series 2-0, or is 5 Lonely Men going to bring it back and take us to a game 3? Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
Live on the edge of insane. Coming at you loud, real wild. Here to light it up, set the world on fire. Gonna break rules and hearts and tools, 'cause that's what the baddest do. I never going back, nah, that. Diamonds on drip, 'cause I came to make a splash. Gonna break rules and hearts and tools, 'cause that's what the baddest do. It's crazy. Sorry for the bad news, sorry I'm so bad. Only took a minute for me to get what you had. Sorry for the bad news, no it makes you sad. There for a minute, baby, you should pack your bags. Way that I look should be breaking the law. If I don't got it, I take what I want. My circle small like a round of applause. You know that I love the sound of applause. You know I mean everything that I said. When you see me come and get out of the way. Back in the sleigh, back and I'm better and ready to stay. I'm doing damage when just how I planned it. I do what I want when I say. 모든 날 따라해 난 끝내주잖아. To live on the edge of insane. It's crazy.
Sorry, not sorry for being the best. 언제든지 내가 your man. Look at the gold, all on my chest. Look at the gold, call it a flex.
KDA, should we show them how we do it every day? Let's get it.
Kali that girl, Kali go girl, Kali don't stop, Kali don't skirt, Kali got a job, Kali go to work. 뜨거워 언제나 don't get burned. 넘쳐 흘러물 than a buffet, 죽여주잖아 like a buffet. 누가 감히 on my outfit, 그 문 열지 마 that's a rough day. Don't give any more 'cause I'm greater than. 필요 없는 시험들 다 뿐이미, but all of my numbers are talking back. 부르마 on message monopoly. 눈종이 돈이나 real 필요 없대 너네들이 만든 돈들 go get it, go get it, go get it. 더 미션 눈을 못 떼 멋져 그래 너도 get it 'cause I got it different.
All I'll ever know is life upon the throne. 시작하면 끝을 보는 거야. You want more? No, I got it so deep though. You look like you could use some more. No, I got it, never running low. Yeah, I got more than enough, and it up and away. You know I got it like boom, boom, blow your mind. Never giving less, and it's how it'll stay. You know I got it like all day, all the time. When I go, it's the thought, get it cool, but I'm cold. I don't fit in a mold, I'm a rebel. I don't do what you say, making moves, I don't wait while I smile in your face. I got different DNA. What's higher than the top? That's me. Come take a look before falling at my feet. 조용히 몸이 숙여봐. So take a look, 나를 기억해, queen. All I'll ever know is life upon the throne. 시작하면 끝을 보는 거야. You want more? No, I got it so deep though. You look like you could use some more. No, I got it, never running low. Yeah, I got more than enough, and it up and away. You know I got it like boom, boom, blow your mind. Never giving less, and it's how it'll stay. You know I got it like all day, all the time. Way out, 感觉犹如海浪的味道，不断往前，oh you never way down. This is how I do it every day. Wow, wow.
这一路上的奇迹都记住了你的每一个瞬间，无比的耀眼。I know you want some more， 准备好就一起走 ，Give it need more。No I got it lucky though，You look like you could use some more。No I got it never run low。Yeah I got more than enough, get it up and away。You know I got it like bang bang blow your mind。
I'm the type to risk my life, not afraid to die, type to make you cry, type to put a price all up on your head, do just what I said. I'm a straight up villain, yeah, no feeling, yeah, no feeling, straight up villain, yeah, no feeling, yeah, no feeling. Life, but I'm dead, hear my voice up in your head, watch it fill you full of dread till you go. Is it really a surprise if I'm playing with your mind and I treat you like a prize and I throw you to the side? And am I really that bad if I love to make you mad and get happy when you're sad? Only care about a bad in control. That's how I like it and I'm never letting go. No, never had a soul, so you ain't taking nothing from me when you go. No, I stay so deep inside your brain and take you somewhere far away. Time to roll the dice, you know I'm the type to risk my life, not afraid to die, type to make you cry, type to put a price all up on your head, do just what I said. I'm a straight up villain, yeah, no feeling, yeah, no feeling, straight up villain, yeah, no feeling, yeah, no feeling. But I'm dead, you know what's up in your head, watch it fill you full of dread till you go. Bang, bang, you can do anything, no fear, no pain. Listen to your brain go stupid, go dumb, go stupid, and then we go insane, bro. Just do what I say, follow me, I like the way. Time to roll the dice, you know I'm the type to risk my life, not afraid to die, type to make you cry, type to put a price all up on your head, do just what I said. I'm a straight up villain, yeah, no feeling, yeah, no feeling, straight up villain, yeah, no feeling, yeah, no feeling. But I'm dead, hear my voice up in your head, watch it fill you full of dread till you go. Coming round again, you want a dose of this, right now it's KD8. I'm a goddess with a blaze, 소리처럼 나 이름 믿지 못하게 loud, 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 loud. I could take you to the top, 절대 멈추지 못해, 내가 끝내주는 bad gal, gal, gal. And when I started talk that, oh you know how to react. I'm a picture perfect face with that wild in my veins, you can hear it in my growl, 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 growl. So keep your eyes on me now. 무엇을 보든 좋아할 거야. 다 할 수 없는 배vo. 나와 되길 원한 늘 확신해. We got it all in our hands now. So can you handle what we're all about? What's so tough? Let's get it, show you out. Can you feel the rush now? Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. They could try, but we gonna wear the crown. You can go another round, 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 round. Wish you luck, but you're not bringing us down. We go hard till we get it, we go hard. We so in it, we pop stars. Only winning, winning now. Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. You ready for this? Let's go. See, 언제든지 내 모습 magic 단한 번에 내가 다.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are joined in game number 2 of 5 Lonely Men versus Plague Dawn. Plague Dawn picking up game 1 in quite a convincing fashion. Thoughts off the bat, Mario, on that game 1? It was quite a slaughterhouse for the side of 5 Lonely Men.
Yeah, I think it was good. The volley bear ban. Okay, and then they're just going with the A's, so we don't actually know what was exactly bad.
Wait, I might be able to get the actual bans. Because I just had the tab open.
Oh.
Didn't actually look at it. Okay, so first bans from 5 Lonely Men were Karma, Maokai, and Volibear. And then the second phase was Diana, Xerath, and Silas. Okay, so Similar bans to last game, just 5 lane men left open the center and opted to ban the volley bear instead. And then mid lane, Victor was actually left open this time for Lucky. We haven't actually seen him play Victor in this tournament, so I think maybe Plague Dawn is trying to see how that matchup is, because I mean, like, it's his main champion. It's a champion that got him 2 400 LP Masters. So it's going to be very interesting to see this champion being played now. But again, a lot of focus bans to the mid lane, so very interesting. But now we've got picks to talk about. So we've got Ornn and Wukong again, but now we have the Jarvan and the Olaf.
The Jarvan's a really good pick into Olaf, because Olaf generally will take Ghost. You have the Jarvan ult him, cage him in there, and then yeet the hell out. Also, Jarvan's just in a... I think he got a slight buff, so it's not like incredible, but he's in an okay spot, I would rate. Obviously, you know, the problem with Jarvan is that it's very easy to fall behind tempo-wise, and then if you compare it something to like the Olaf, it's very easy for, if Jarvan misplays, to just be absolutely killed.
Alright, so looking at the mid lane matchup, that's going to be Victor into Lissandra. And then bot lane, 5 lane men have opted for the Seraphine combo into, again, the Silver Soda. So quite a similar draft coming out of the side of Plague Dawn. Very easy to execute, very straightforward, very stock standard.
Was the Lissandra picked into the Victor by any chance?
So Victor was first picked, Lissandra was last pick. So yes, Lissandra was picked into the Victor.
I think Victor is really good into Lissandra. I think he's one of the few champions that doesn't really care.
Yeah, I mean, he should be able to just trade with her quite easily there. I think from a team fighting perspective, really Lissandra is amazing.
No, I still think Victor, like, what Lissandra offers is that CC that she offers, that's pretty useful, right? But I mean, you could go something like the Orianna, which can actually go evenly with Victor.
So
and you could trade with him.
So with this, I think the Cataclysm is going to be very key here, just to lock up that Olaf. Because yes, he can get through everything that 5 lonely men can throw at him in terms of CC wise with his ultimate, but that Cataclysm, it's gold, man. And
definitely like the comp from 5 lonely men was done.
So the Olaf was picked first, and then the Jarvan was picked into the Olaf.
Yeah.
So to give a bit of perspective, and then the last 2 bans were Swain and Yone taken away from Plague Dawn, and then Teemo and Vayne was banned from the side of 5 lonely men. Victor was first picked, followed by the Sivir and Ornn. Then Wukong and Seraphine were picked up, and then ban phase happened. Then Olaf was picked up, Jarvan and Senna. So I'm very actually surprised that the Senna got through after the Seraphine was picked. But maybe the side of Plague Dawn don't care. And then Lissandra was the last pick. So
I think you're right in like a certain aspect where teams are like, I don't know how many scrims teams are currently doing. To be honest with you, I mean, like my team, we do 0 scrims. But like when you doing comp, generally the rule of thumb is to have about 5-6 champions in a patch that are your go-to champions. Like those are the champions you will be playing in that patch, regardless of bans, picks, whatever. So you try and learn the matchups on specific champions. So I think like the Lissandra into Victor is interesting. The Serena Seraphine versus the Sivir Sona is also an interesting one, because you can get to see sort of how the lanes play against each other.
Alright, but I just want to quickly have a look at the ruin. So in the top lane, both laners have opted to take Grasp. Then going over to the jungle, you're going to see Conqueror on both junglers as well, so pretty standard for those 2 champions. Victor, he's going to take, oh man, that ruin, it'll come to me. I should know
Phase
this.
Rush?
No, it's the bullet, the new one.
First strike.
First strike. Thank you so much. I was busy scrolling through to get that. So it's going to be first strike. So he's just, and futures market as well. So that just stands out. It's going to look to get some gold, and then it's going to be the standard. Well, I wouldn't say standard, but I mean what's probably played the most at the moment is electrocute on Lysandra. I know other people sometimes do also like to go aftershock just to get that extra tankiness when you engage.
Yeah.
Then in the bot lane, it's going to be Comet on the Seraphine and Lethal Tempo on the Sivir. And last but not least, Fleet Footwork on the Senna as per usual, as well as the Airy on the Sona. So those are the runes that each laners have opted to take. We'll be loading into game very shortly. The timer has run down. I want to get some predictions from the Twitch chat though. Who do we think is going to take game number 2? Is it going to be PLG Plague making it 2-0, or is 5 Lonely Men going to bring this back and not go down 2-0? Well, not go down without a fight. Get those votes in chat. Polls are open. Let us know what you think. Hopefully this time we'll be completely synced up, Mario.
Yep. Uploaded pretty easy.
So did I, somehow. I like it. I'm just going to speed to the maximum time, and that should be fine. And here we are, game number 2. Everyone is running off onto the Rift. I don't know if you just want to quickly confirm your time, Mario.
32, 33, 34.
Ah, this game hates me, man. 33, 34. Okay, so we have a bit of action around the mid lane. Plague Dawn showing a bit of presence there.
Yeah, I mean, I think there was definitely an invade option for.
Senna got a stack. Did she?
Actually, it's not even an invade option.
Senna got a stack.
Yep, pretty good for her.
Oof. Oh, did she hit that? No, it missed.
Yeah. No, she hit the Lysandra who was
so
also
cancelled.
basing. No?
Okay.
So pretty worthwhile for her. Because not only does she cuck the Lysandra a bit, but also the... Ah, well, that's always good.
Well, Lysandra's going to have to reset now. Minions have spawned, so Lysandra will probably be... Well, she's reset now. She should actually get back in time, but it looks like a lot of DCs coming in.
Yeah.
Man, I'm excited
So
for this game, actually.
Gaming.
I've got something to drink now. I'm feeling hydrated. I'm feeling better. See, I always go into game 1 and I forget everything. Like, there's so much I have to think about before the game, and when it comes to the actual stuff like, you know, hydration, because you're talking a lot, little things like that, it just goes completely out the window. So, I'm pumped for game number 2. I've got my slippers on, my feet are warm. I'm happy. I like both drafts.
My feet are warm. Same.
I went and fetched my slippers.
Yeah, I've got bear slippers, dude. It's actually great.
They are amazing. Yeah, well, I think mine's sheepskin slippers. So
no, they're not made from a bear. They're just slippers shaped like a bear's paw. Jesus.
I mean, I can't say this. I can't. Mine are not just called sheepskin slippers for fun.
The one thing that I'm looking at this game that I'm interested in particular is we've seen a lot of Senna Seraphine, right? Especially in the SA scene, we know it's something that's been played quite a bit. I'm not too sure about like the pro scene itself, but it is a very strong combination, right? Lucian Army still also a really strong combination in pro scene. Sivir Sona, I don't know how strong it is. We'll have to see. I have no idea. But I definitely want to see how these two lanes play into each other, because they do seem like two very sustain-heavy lanes. But I still feel like Sivir Sona has the push early, but it's not as bad as last game, where Jinx can't contest the push ever. Eventually, Seraphine will be able to contest wave push.
Look, I definitely agree with you. I think that the wave push does come in from from Sivir and Sona. Looking at the Senna Seraphine, though, and even the Victor, those are not very early game champions. So they're going to need some time to come online. Victor needs about 2 items. The Senna Seraphine, they just need to get to probably level 6 is kind of their biggest spike. I think
Yeah, they can also sustain really well.
yeah, their sustain is really good, but they're not going to be putting out a lot of fight. I mean, doesn't match the wave clear from Sivir, but Seraphine still has all these S's: Senna, Seraphine, Sivir, Sona. My word. So Seraphine doesn't match the wave clear earlier. I will get these S's right. Watch me. Team fights are going to be brilliant. But later on, I mean, I've played with Peter Seraphine. He likes the champion. It's a very laid back lane where they should be able to just farm. But let's not forget they have Duck ZA on their team. That guy, he claps.
Yeah, pretty much. I think. I mean, I'm quite notorious for my saying of who I thought back in the day were the best junglers. But
was
I
on
definitely
that list?
No.
Oh,
no,
man.
this was back in the day, dude, when Garthra and Miller was still playing.
I've been playing for a while. Not good, but I've played. My name's been out there since 2016, 2017.
Duck has always been.
I'm trying, man.
Duck has always been like a top player for sure.
No, absolutely, and we've seen him perform just like superbly. So as I was discussing, like just the late gameness from the side of Five Lonely Men. So basically, what I wanted to get there is now there's going to be a lot of dependency on the Jarvan. Because Jarvan, he's an early game jungler, so he's going to look to get those early picks. I mean, he just needs level 2, and we are back in the game. Fantastic.
I'm mini frozen.
No, it's the standard mini frozen, which is perfectly fine because it just means that we're going to be getting to the game very shortly. But back to just to finish what I was saying, I'm keen to see what this Jarvan's going to do. He's got the world in his hands right now. He needs to be the playmaker for his team in the early game to bridge that gap between mid to late game or early to mid game and to make it happen. Okay, give me your time. I'm at 120, 121, 122.
I'll pause at 130. Just let me know when you're at 130.
7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 32. Fantastic.
Yeah,
okay, so standard starts from junglers. Both going to start the bot side. Red buff for Jarvan, blue buff for Olaf.
So what's interesting here is
he doesn't get
Olaf
a leash
without pots. Yeah, but Olaf doesn't want a leash, nor does he want pots. Olaf can do this without both because of his attack speed passive. So while Jarvan does clear a lot fast, or gets the initial clear a lot faster, he really struggles to take these multi-camp or multi-monster camps like Raptors and Krugs.
Man, you're going to hate me, Mario, but my game just froze a little bit. So I'm on 58, 59. 2,
I'll pause at 10.
1. Okay, fantastic. Cool. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We good?
Yeah, we're good.
Let's hope this client doesn't be a client.
It's gonna be a client for sure.
My word.
I don't necessarily like the Jarvan 5 camp path. I feel like you're way better just going 3 camp and then ganking somewhere.
I mean, he can even do 1 gank, which is what we saw, 1 camp. And then he's got the flag and drag. And that's what we saw Volley do last game. He literally took red buff when he was mid lane, getting that flash.
No, for sure. It also just like depends on the like what you're versing, right? So if you go for that gank and Olaf matches you, you kind of just die because you've EQ'd in.
That's your everything.
That's your everything. So you have to just flash out, which kind of puts you in an awkward position if Olaf ever invades you.
Okay, so a bit of a slower start to this game. We haven't had any ganks in after the first camp, which is different to see. Yeah. But stun does land by the Senna. Seraphine not going to be able to match that. The range a bit low, but I think Senna got another stack there. Wukong? Okay, he's going to flash out.
But I mean, this should be just dead now, no?
Does he have... Oh, he has no more pots.
What? I think maybe he's lagging.
I think so as well. I mean, Manguzi internet, as you said. Spell shield going to come out from the Sivir. And should be able to going to walk away from that quite easily.
Yeah, so here's what we saw. I mean, Siv's struggling in the mana department. We see Olaf going for that level 4 gank into mid lane. He should be fine though. Yeah, so Jarvan just gets double scuttled here. It's not the worst thing to happen, but I have no idea how he got double scuttled. Probably because his top laner died, so he had to back off, is what I assume.
Most likely, that's would be a good reason. Okay, we're going to see a gank in the mid lane. We're going to see the Flag and Drag actually connecting onto the Lissandra. Lissandra should have E to get away if needed.
Yeah.
She opts to flash there. I mean, well, you need to charge up. But now Victor, he did not flash there. Going to get taken down. Doesn't have the flash. And that's going to be a kill going over to the Lissandra. Jarvan just not there in time. Sona's roamed up as well, just to ensure the shove happens.
I mean, it's what we've seen a lot, right? Is that they'll get the push in bot lane, Raven will back, Sona will just rotate into mid. They've been doing it, they did it in both games so far. Very successful set of ganks from Duck so far. Okay.
That's a good
got
trade.
A good combo. Yeah, that's how you should be playing these trades. Obviously, whatever happened earlier happened. Also, landing your Q grasp stack does quite a lot of damage on Wukong top.
And I mean, he's getting Ornn is retaliating, but he's not letting that. He's not giving him any opportunity to charge up that E, get that knock up. He kind of just charges forward.
Yeah, but he's also misplaying it a lot. He throws out the Q and immediately E's afterwards. He doesn't allow for the delay. The Ornn, I mean.
Yes. To think about that, because it could work for either one.
Yeah. But I mean, Lucky's just getting the treatment as like the highest rated player, as the problem child, assuming problem child in 5 Lonely Men. It makes sense that he would be getting the punishment this game. You know, they're rotating, they're putting resources into putting him down.
I mean, he's on his main champion. You don't want it to be getting fed.
Yeah, for sure. This is very good from bot lane.
Okay, so Olaf is taking Drake at the moment, so we shouldn't see him coming through, but the stun is going to land onto the Sivir. Sivir going to flash, Sona going to use the heal, and they're going to get out there. Okay, stun does land again onto Sivir, and Lissandra has made her way down. The stun does land by the Senna. I hate these names. Jarvan, though, has matched it. Ultimate is available for Lissandra, but she is going to use it on herself. Autos are going down. Stun, though, does land by the Senna, but it's not enough. Olaf has made his way. Man, they're getting low, but no one going down yet. Knock up, though, onto the Wukong. He's going to actually use the ult. Very interesting use of the ult. Oh, he is going to get taken down by the Ornn, but Victor has made his way up. Going to walk over a ward. Lissandra has TP'd in now, so going to have that backup. Ornn, though, going to smash his face into a wall. Not going to get anything off of it, but Lissandra has made her way up. The stun doesn't land, but they should be Victor should be able to walk away here quite easily.
Yeah, I mean, like it's like the Ornn did manage to land the combo there properly, and it helped out in getting the kill for sure. And as for the gank into bot lane, again, it was a very good counter gank from Jarvan. It's just unfortunate about the numbers, because I feel if Victor was down there instead of top lane, he probably could have picked up a kill. And remember, Victor scales better as the game goes on. He needs 100 CS or so, depending how many cannons he gets.
Or even if he can get an assist and a takedown,
yeah,
that's going to give him an extra 25 stacks. So
you want to be playing around that. So going and following these fights could be very helpful to him. It was unfortunate what happened in the top lane there, but he did also blow the Lissandra TP for free, which is pretty good.
And then also deny some plates. Okay, so Herald is up. Herald is available. Flag and drag. Going to land the knock-up onto the Ornn. Doesn't save the pink ward, but the knock-up is going to come. Olaf has made his way to the top lane, though, for the assistance. Looks like they are looking to still go here. Ghost popped by the Olaf, going to start charging down this Jarvan. Wukong though going to be trying to help, but it's not enough. Wukong still a quarter away from his ult now. Ornn and this Wukong going one-on-one. Oh man, you hate to see it. Ultimate though does come out of Seraphine, going to knock up the Sivir, and Sivir going to walk back in there. We're just stuck between fights, man.
How did Sivir survive? Okay.
Alright, Wukong gets taken down. Sivir not dead. Stun though does land onto the Sona. The Sandra going to flash ult the Senna, and Seraphine going to be the last one down. Stun root going to be enough, and Orphic going to pick up another kill onto the Seraphine.
Yeah.
Sivir should not have survived that.
Well, she didn't. She did die. But yeah, she shouldn't have survived the initial engage. It just depended. I didn't see where Sona was at the initial part of that fight. I also didn't see where Lissandra was. But this Lissandra's definitely being... Like, Plague is definitely being way more proactive on the map at the moment. And
they know exactly what they need to do.
Yeah, I think this is a meta in which proactivity is very, very needed.
Okay, so Flag and Drag is going to come out. The question mark Blitzcrank emoji is going to be used.
Respectable.
But it was a zoning Flag and Drag.
For sure.
Okay, so Jungler's going to meet paths now. Duck versus Senti. Going for Scuttle.
Senti smelled something was wrong and off he went.
Senti knows. He just knows.
How many stacks is this Vector on at the moment?
He
89. So he's getting close to his first upgrade. So when he gets that upgrade onto his, yeah, it should be really good. Oh, Senti.
Okay, Senti not being allowed in his own jungle. It's not going to connect, but he does have flash to get over wall, yeah?
The wall was very thick. I don't think from that angle you can flash easily.
I think if he was going to flash, he needed to do it sooner, but he wanted to wait for the Flag and Drag. And for that, he does get punished, but the other person getting punished now is the Victor. Seraphine ult, Senna ult does come in, does keep Victor alive. Now it is Olaf, should get taken down very, very shortly. No, yes. Okay, Victor able to get that shut down on to the Olaf. But now Victor going to be the next time actually gets another kill onto the Lissandra. Wukong made the way down and Sona going down. And what is going on? What?
Oh, dude, that was...
What? What is going on here? Like,
that was a fisticuffs. They said, listen, we're gonna have this fight in mid lane and everyone's coming. Everyone's invited. My god. I mean, that was pretty good overall for 5 lowly men. Victor picking up some very good takedowns, getting those stacks up. Good bicep.
oh, okay, so Jarvan... Sivir doesn't flash. Cataclysm is going to come out. Flash going to follow. Ultimate from Seraphine coming out. And that's all she wrote for now.
I think I'm ahead of you again.
There's a 100% chance that you are. So maybe pause at 12:05. If that's possible.
I'll pause 12:10.
Okay. Jeez, you were ahead of me.
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, Java just can't really farm his own jungle at this point. He has to be very careful of this rotation from both Lissandra and Olaf.
Okay, Drake is up now. Drake is going down. Drake is Plagues.
Is it a comfort pick for Senti?
I've never seen him play Jarvan. But then again,
Yeah,
I've never seen him play a lot of champions and then he plays it
Then
and
he
it's just
plays.
like... Yeah, no, champion as a champion. Senti as a champion Ocean. And it's very, very evident.
I mean, I know Duck is really proficient with Olaf.
Duck is very proficient. But yeah, Olaf definitely being one of the champions. I think the Jarvan makes sense though for the composition.
Yeah, the Jarvan makes a lot of sense for the composition. It's just you've fallen pretty far behind here. It's one of my problems with the SA scene is that they pick the Jarvan because it makes sense with the comp, and they win with it, and that upsets me greatly.
Solo Q sprinting it down, going to put down the Sona ult, going to stun her up, and Duck going to slay this Senna.
Oh?
Seraphine though, next target, gonna get ultied, gonna get... Man, that must be so annoying. Wukong though, going to be fighting this Ornn. Court of the Forge God does come out. Wukong though, going to cancel it with his ultimate. But I mean, this Ornn is he's got 4 kills, man. He claps.
Yeah,
and
he's a little bit of a problem.
The butt cheeks of Psycho really clenching there as he does escape.
Yeah, I mean, this is the problem with Ornn, right? Like we said, Ornn eventually gets to a point where if he gets ahead of you, it's very difficult to play the lane into him. Even as Camille, if he gets ahead of you, it's pretty difficult. But I don't know. I get the Wukong makes a lot of sense in terms of fighting against what? Okay.
No, why did you go back? You got out. Okay. Senna ult does come out. The flag and drag is next. Ooh. No flash, and it's going to be a kill over to Victor. Okay, so there was a plan. They wanted to keep him there.
Yeah. That was really good. Like, this is exactly what you need, because one of the things that Olaf does struggle with is dealing with insane burst damage up front. So something like the Victor that's got the ability to move around and match the movement of the Olaf just in an isolated world. This is the champion you want to be getting your kills at the moment. Is what I'm trying to say.
So how do we see what he's upgraded? He's upgraded his E.
Yeah, you can see from the color. The color will be orange.
It's not.
So he's upgraded his. Yeah, it is.
For me, it's not. Okay, but so he's upgraded his E, I presume.
Yes, if you. I mean, I don't actually know. I'm pretty sure that shows us upgraded, but maybe it's just because I played it before. I'll have to check one of his other abilities. But yeah, he's upgraded his E because you saw on the delayed burst. Good news is we didn't lose Rift Herald this game.
Not yet. Or no, going to... he's a beefy boy. He's pretty safe though. There's some damage coming out of the Victor here now. Cataclysm is going to come in. Is actually going to lock up this Olaf though. Jarvan though is going to... get out with a slither of HP, but the flashless Olaf is always going to be a target that gets locked up. Wukong using the ultimate just to try and get the waves down. Victor though going to flash forward.
I mean, it makes sense if you think about it. If the Wukong had landed the knock-up there, he does a lot of damage.
Oh, we do see the Sandra does flash in on an ulti herself, and that's going to be a kill onto the Victor. That should be mid-tower also dropping down. Senti is busy doing Herald at this time.
Not the worst thing. Doing the... Okay, now it's the worst thing.
No, it's the worst thing. You spoke too soon, Mario. You jinxed him. We should have just let him be.
Yeah, it's not like I'm watching this 3 minutes behind and it happened 3 minutes ago, right?
No, we have to stick to script. We write the script.
My bad. So according to the script, Pete is gonna run in mid lane and get absolutely hammered by Olaf, and then play against the Drake? Question mark?
I think that's definitely a possibility.
Yeah. You see, this is the one problem I find, or like you find quite often in like SA Macro is like they really struggle playing from behind, and it's regardless of the team. One of the few teams that's actually good at playing from behind is in fact Plague.
Okay, but now I see solo queue sprinter. He's going to be able to flash out of the wall and get away there.
Okay, but like it was one of the 2 bot laners, right? So I wasn't completely wrong.
You were close. Okay, now Ornn's out of position here in the bot lane. He's a tanky boy, so he should be able to get away. I don't think so. Okay, the stun does land onto the Ornn. Gonna get a bit of slows down, but that's only gonna take him down by a quarter HP. Jarvan gonna get out with the flag and drag. But Plague Dawn controlling the jungle of 590 men at the moment.
Yeah, you've got to respect it though. Like, we know that they're going for dragon, so we have to respect that they're all going to be around bot side in our jungle.
Okay, Victor is walking down there, but it looks like he's going to get caught out by this Lysandra. He's going to actually run into 3 members of Plague Dawn, and he's just going to get deleted.
Yeah, that was
there's nothing he can do. Court of the Forge God does come in, going to knock up the Jarvan and cancel his flag and drag. Though Sivir, though, able to take down the Jarvan and going to pick up the double kill onto the Senna, and Seraphine going to be the triple kill. And that's Plague Dawn just dumpstering the side of 590 men at the moment.
Yeah, it's a bit of a steamroll. Like, they did really well in the early game.
That doesn't land. I don't think he gets punished for this. We don't have much to stun him up with.
True.
All right, so
They
just
have fallen very far behind though, and they don't have like the same sort of like champion that's managing to keep the pace with the rest of the map. Like Wukong's losing the side 1v1 against Ornn.
I think
How's Victor's stacks looking?
Victor stacks. Let's just have a look there
80.
quickly. So he should be upgrading that queue very soon. Look, the draft from the side of 5 Lonely Men does need to scale up. They only really going to come in online about 25 to 30 minutes in, specifically because of their gold deficit.
Yeah.
Just having a look at where the gold is sitting. I mean, Duck sitting with that lead already. 2,500. Orphic having that lead. Bot lane 2,500 on Sivir. And then top lane 2,500 on Ornn. So all 3 lanes of 5 Lonely Men just losing here. Pretty hard. And I think it's just been the pressure that Duck's been able to exert going into this game.
It's not only, I wouldn't say it's only the pressure Duck's been able to exert, it's the fact that he's got this Lissandra ahead enough, and that this Lissandra's gotten to this point where she's able to rotate on the map and affect it. So generally what you want to do as a jungler is you want to gank a lane, get it to a point where basically you can shadow them or they shadow you. In comp scene it's generally mid lane, you'll try and get your mid lane ahead to rotate with you down to the bot lane fight, to the Drake fight, into their jungle. And it's something that happens quite a lot in high elo play. It's like you pick the lane and you try and get it ahead enough that it's going to be able to follow you around. Like we've seen in this game in the terms of plays mid and jungle.
Wukong's looking. If he goes in, yeah, there's a whole montgomery of people from the side of Plague Dawn.
Yeah, the problem is they're losing
to assist
their bot lane.
Lissandra well. Going to get the ultimate and just delete the center. Like, there was no chance there.
No. The moment she goes over a wall, you're kind of dead. It just seems like 5 Lonely Men's not all on the same page.
Okay, so Crescendo's going to come with a solo defensively, just to make sure they secure the tower. And Sivir ult actually gets popped there. I'm not too sure what they're going to use it for.
Probably just disengage.
They've got a lot of the cooldown now, but Sona, they're going to get slowed, going to have to flash out, going to get ignited. Centacle able to get the kill. The Cataclysm does come down on to the Sivir and is going to get locked up. Should get taken down, shut down, going over to the Wukong. Now Wukong on the back line. Call to the Forge God comes in, but doesn't knock up enough members. Juicy though, Lucky is the focus. Olaf has gone down. He does go golden. He does have the members of 5 Lonely Men to support him, but he is low. Wukong has made his way down now, going to be able to get onto Duck, and the Olaf is going to eventually go down while Lissandra does take down the Victor. She is going to have the claw to be able to get out, and now it's just Ornn being chased down by the Jarvan and the Seraphine. Flag and drag is going to connect, followed by the stun, but Ornn's got a bit of damage. He can hit back. Exhaust is going to be used for him, able to get away. Wukong though going to get the last hit and going to be able to take down the Ornn, and very good fight coming in from 5 Lonely Men. Do see Lissandra though, she is going to go in, going to ulti herself, and she should be able to get both of these kills. Very nice turnaround, able to bring that fight back into the favor of Plague Dawn.
Yeah, Orphic's kind of scary at the moment.
He's hitting. I mean, he's 10 for 1 at the moment. He's got a huge bounty. They weren't able to take him down in the last fight, so that definitely goes in their favor. And I mean, he was able to pick up the Victor there. A bit of a shutdown though. Wukong though going to go face first into the Sona's Crescendo. Looks like they are chasing here. A bit of a slow onto the Sona, but Sivir ult going to be enough to give the movement speed to get out. And Wukong needs to reset here. I mean, he just had a big fight. He got some shutdowns. He's got some gold sitting on him. 2,000 gold.
Overall, a good fight for 5 Lonely Men as well. When you think about that, they got all their... In that previous fight, they got a lot of gold that they didn't get to spend until they died. So they've currently spent it. They've got some items now. We see the Shadow Flame on Victor. We see the Leandries on Victor. Senna having picked up her Umbral Glaive, got the Executioners. We see Jack and Pete now with Leandries and probably building what I assume to be the tier item. Maybe he's going something else. I hope he doesn't go double Executioners.
That'll be Archangels.
Oh yeah, that is true. Archangels are like that now. Yeah, so it's the game's not completely in a dangerous spot yet, but it's definitely getting that way. They brought the game back up to like, okay, it's still a 10k lead for Plague Dawn, but they're scaling. That is one thing we can say. 5 Lonely Men have got the better opportunity now because they are scaling. Last game they didn't really have the same scale options that they have this game.
I mean, they're still 10,000 gold behind, but for them to actually take a fight with that gold deficit is quite impressive, to say the very least. But Soul Point now is going to be up in 10 seconds. That's going to be the Mountain Drake, which is going to be very good for the side of Plague Dawn. Just going to get that extra tankiness, especially with the Order, especially with the Olaf. He's able to go on your back line, he's able to survive longer. And yes, 5 Lonely Men has sustain, but man, it's difficult. Okay, Ultimate going to come onto the Sandra, going to connect onto the Jarvan. Jarvan going to go down. Do see the top laner versus the jungler. Psycho on to the Olaf, but man, that guy's healing. When you think you're going to get it, man, that sucks. Seraphine, they're going to flash out, going to bring out the ultimate, only going to hit 2 members, but Sona is running down the Seraphine, and the rest of Plague Dawn going to be there very soon to back him up. I didn't see Victor in that fight. Victor died somewhere.
Victor was the first one to die in the Tribrush. He walked through Tribrush and got collapsed on by 4 people.
That's just the first bad.
Just a public service announcement. We're in Olaf ultis. Run away from the Olaf. Don't fight the Olaf. Try and get around him. Don't let him get his E or his autos on you, because each time he does, he extends the duration of his ult. His Q does not extend the duration of his ult. Stride Maker doesn't. It's only his E or his auto attacks.
Alright.
And the longer you give him that ult, the worse it is for you.
Okay, so Plague Dawn has opened up the base of 5 Lonely Men. They've extended this gold lead to 13,000. And, man, they're not stopping, eh? They've got this Mountain Soul, they've got this shield. And Crescendo comes in from the Sona, doesn't connect. Jarvan, they're going to use a Cataclysm onto the Ornn. Not sure if that's the person you want. The ultimate going to come out of center to get that extra shield onto the Jarvan, but Jarvan's going to go down to the Sivir, and now it's just Plague Dawn slapping 5 Lonely Men with their hefty wallets. Sona able to pick up the kill on the Wukong, and it looks like they should be going for the end very shortly. There's just 2 Nexus towers in between Plague Dawn. Killing spree for Red Raven, able to take down the Victor, and I mean, with such a fed side of Plague Dawn, these last 2 towers are going to be the only thing standing between them and game number 2 to take the series. Senna going to keep the KDA, not going to go 0-7, and that's going to be
respectable. You only kill solo queue sprinter 6 times in a row, not 7.
But that's going to be game number 2, and the series going over to the side of Plague Dawn. Very, very well played to them, able to pick up this game, and very, very impressive and dominant performance from the side of Plague Dawn.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Duck's got that I'm Masters buff currently. You know, it's a pretty good buff to get. But I think the biggest thing I found in this game was that the mid jungle synergy for Plague Dawn was a lot higher than 5 Lonely Men, and because of that, they were able to take a lot of these leads a lot easier. You know, when you've got that synergy going on between the 2 players, it's very difficult to try and find your feet back into the game.
No, absolutely, but that's us for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for everyone that stopped in. Once again, well played to the side of Plague Dawn. They're actually undefeated in this tournament, as well as ATK, so they will be playing ATK on Sunday. So that's going to be an exceptionally spicy game that I think everyone would want to see.
Has Five Lonely Men played Royalty yet?
They will be playing Royalty on Sunday as well, if I'm not mistaken. There's just some scheduling taking place. If everything does go according to plan, that'll be Sunday at 5 o'clock, followed by the ATK versus Plague Dawn to see who will claim that number 1 spot. There can only be one. Both teams have had a very good tournament run so far, so I'm excited to see the games that we have this weekend. But keep an eye on social media. Streams and casts are posted on my Facebook page, as well as shared to the League of Legends South Africa community page. So if need be, go follow just to get more updates. Follow the stream, follow Mario, his socials or something. Jungling Moron, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Mario.
What? Yeah,
I'm plugging you. Just
yeah. I'm totally on social media. I use all of them. Yes.
All right, but ladies and gentlemen, you have a good night. We'll see you next time. Cheers.
Bye bye.
Gonna break rules and hearts and tools, 'cause that's what the baddies do. I never going back, nah, that. a razor in the cut just like a razor. Murder business, world my blazer. I got all the boys on me, I got all the lines on ring. Knocking dead, turning heads. I got all the eyes on me. Baby face, 걸어 들어와. 유행 선두자. 원하지만 못하잖아. 애가 타잖아. You like whoa, 갈리 유도 gold. 난 알지, I know. 준비해, cause I like the ball. 멈추지 않아. 나는 내 그게 like a bag. 그거 말고 bye. 믿어봐, 그만큼 크게. 어깨 펴고 high. 100% 덤비지 못해. 죽여주잖아. 나는 boss. 간지 with the sauce. 원하면 줄게.
I'm doing damage when just how I planned it. I do what I want when I say. 모든 날 따라해 난 끝내주잖아. To live on the edge of insane.
Coming at you loud, real, real wild. Here to light it up, set the world on fire. Gonna break rules and hearts and tools, 'cause that's what the baddest do. I never going back, nah, nah, that. Diamonds on drip, 'cause I came to make a splash. Gonna break rules and hearts and tools, 'cause that's what the baddest do. It's crazy.
Sorry for the bad news, sorry I'm so bad. Only took a minute for me to get what you had. Sorry for the bad news, know it makes you sad. There for a minute, baby, you should pack your bags.
Way that I look should be breaking the law. If I don't got it, I take what I want. My circle small like a round of applause. You know that I love the sound of applause. You know I mean everything that I say. When you see me come and get out of the way. Back in the sleigh, back and I'm better and ready to stay.
I'm doing damage when just how I planned it. I do what I want when I say. 모든 날 따라해 난 끝내주잖아. To live on the edge of insane. It's crazy.
Sorry, not sorry for being the best. 언제든지 내가 좀 mess. Look at the gold, all on my chest. Look at the gold, call it a flex.
KDA, should we show them how we do it every day?
Cali that girl, Cali go girl, Cali don't stop,